little bit. Hit those notification bells. We're going to talk about this real quick. Yeah. 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 There you go. I see you. All right. Antoine, what's good? I know everybody not working right now. Let's go. Yeah. One day at a time, one movement at a time. Brick by brick. Let that stack up, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Yes. My name is Law Nation. L-A-W Nation. All right, so in this review, we're going to be talking about, Undisputed. And they're going to talk a little bit about the Dallas Cowboys, and they're going to talk also on the fact of the conflicting reports and these sorts of things. And how this normally go, I let them talk, and then I put in my 2 cents or 3 cents.
Against the Saints.
Oh, what was the final score for the New England Patriots game? And shout out to you, Antonio Barnes, man. 24-22 loss against the Jets. We dropped a touchdown pass, and, of course, we missed the field goal. Yeah, so I don't know if you were there, guys. Somebody broke down mathematically and all type of analytics of how we needed to get rid of Brett Mayhar because he lost us several games as relates to just from kicking aspects of it. But here's the thing. So it was the 9-13, a low-scoring game. I think that this offense would have put up more points, more than 9 in a monsoon if it wasn't for a monsoon out there, right? These are not excuses because we lost the game. You know, we can't go back in. We can't put toothpaste back in the tube. These are not excuses, but I'm just trying to paint a different picture so that people can see it differently. Because I know that some people, like I said before in my previous video, it's hard to see the picture when you are in the frame. So that's just the reality of it. Also, the Dallas Cowboys, that's the end of their little debate discussions there. They're just going to go off on a little tear for talking about some other stuff. But I want to bring forth this guy right here. The Cowboys are considering Malcolm Smith. For those who know, he played with the Seattle Seahawks. In 2013, I think defensive MVP or something like that. He's been bounced from team to team from there. He played with a little bit of the Raiders, played a little bit for the 49ers as well. My thing is he'll be an extra help for linebacking because we are hurt in that particular category. Luke, the guy that was pulled into the system, he's down. He's going to be out for the remainder of the year. We never know with Sean Lee. I just hope that they give Sean Lee some rest. And this other guy, Joe Thomas, he kind of got banged up too. So we are porous right now as it relates to linebacking. So hopefully, and I mean just that, we can find ways to fill in that void with a veteran linebacker to help this team out. Suggs has already been claimed off of waivers to the Kansas City Chiefs, so there's no chance or an opportunity for us to pick him up. Like I said, the Dallas Cowboys, I think that we had an opportunity to pick up a Suggs. We had an opportunity to pick up a Janoris Jenkins, and we didn't. We didn't make that move because we believe in our guys. And trust me, I think that if the coaching staff and the coaching philosophy believe in their guys, then if they believe that they can coach the guys that they can coach, then coach them, you see. I'm only can look at it from a fan perspective and sitting there saying, you don't let talent pass you by. And then you don't look at talent and you see a team that's got a better record than you, all of a sudden pick up that person, you see. So those are things that we have to really take a real good look at, collectively speaking, I may add. Here's the thing, Cowboy Nation. We just got to step it up, man. We have to figure out ways to get this W. I'm going to read some of your comments. Law, I think Suafilo should have been in the lineup way more physical than Williams on the run. This is from Charles Grant. Yeah. I mean, Suafilo is a different type of animal. We know for sure that when you look at the total picture of everything with Connor Williams, it was going to be growing pains. I mean, it's going to be growing pains regardless. And we just have to understand that portion of his skill set. Next year, Connor Williams may be a dominant left guard. because he should be, 5 to maybe 6 pounds heavier. He should be more seasonal now. But that's the price of a business, right? To go through those growing pains and to go through those things. Shout out to you, Jay. March needs a chance law. He's a very hard worker. March Lillier, right? That's how you say his name, Justin March. He got an interception in the red zone, right? Last game for a 2-point conversion, and completions from the other team, the opposing team, which is good. I think that he's a scrappy guy, plays well with special teams. So yeah, you're right with that, Jay. Why did Arizona let him go? Suggs. Why did Arizona let Suggs go? This is from my guy Rue. A lot of times teams let veteran guys go to join a contender. They do. They look at it like, hey, we're not going to bring you back next year. You disgruntle a little bit, and we want to give you the best opportunity. We'll let you go. We'll let you go. And that is just how it goes, with sometimes you have that veteran guy on your team, and you can see that the team is not going to the playoff, and you really want to give that veteran guy an opportunity and a chance. Hello, always a lady. Really appreciate you. Young Wilson, what's good, man? March Lilliard. Okay. I be messing his name up all the time, right? Studwood, what's good, man? Really appreciate all of you all for tuning in for this quick segment of me talking about the Dallas Cowboys and First Take or Undisputed I guess, debates and giving you guys my insight of everything. Just to recap of what I was talking about. Troy Aikman spoke about Dak Prescott injury to his finger or what have you, and he said it was a hairline fracture opposed to it being a bruised bone or what have you, and they made a topic out of it. And we can clearly see that there's something wrong with his hand, or whether it be his index finger or what have you, and we can see that there's some type of bandage on that hand. My guy Jay, I know he probably know more information, but it is what it is. It's a bandage on his hand. We can see it. He got it taped up. He don't have it taped up for decorations, right? And they was going over that topic. And the other topic was if the Cowboys sneak off into this playoff, it's going to be a wild card game. They're going to have a divisional game. Of course, if they win the division, when we win the division, however you look at it, we will have a home playoff game. And we can be the dark horse. We can be the team that everybody say, you know what, I don't want to play them, because we'll be the hot team. And it's a minimum, or maximum of 4 games we will have to play. And we've seen this team go on a run before, right? So we can just only hope that we can find that run again. I like Looney at left guard on the O-line too, Law. This is from David Jenkins. I like some more creativity with Looney. I don't know whether or not if I look at Looney opposed to Xavier Suafilo versus a Looney, but I would say this. Looney played a great deal for us last year at center, and we seeing that Travis Frederick low-key had to play himself back into shape this year. We had a lot of crazy things go on this year, believe it or not. When you look at it, from the outside looking in, we had Robert Quinn suspended for the first 2 games. Although we won the first 2 games, we had a D-Law who had to go through some type of surgery all offseason, didn't play one single snap during the preseason, and not even did any type of participation as relates to Oxnard training camp. And he was thrust out there for week 1, played himself into shape. He only had 5 sacks for crying out loud. And then you have a Jordan Hip Pocket Lewis who got 4. You see how that crazy that looks? We had a Byron Jones. He had hip surgery too. So we had all of these moving parts that go into place. And then you have LVE playing with a sprained, broken back / neck. We don't know what's going on with him. We won't get an honest report out of the Dallas Cowboys organization on him. So we have all of these moving parts. Cowboys refusing to address those issues during the offseason, and we betted. We betted on ourselves, right? Betting on Amari Cooper to play lights out. He's nagging a foot injury, and everybody know how that it's not a turf toe, but it's plantar, whatever that. I can't even say the name, but with your plantar. Was it? Somebody help me out. Y'all put the name, but it's the heel of his foot, and he can't really put a lot of pressure on it. He been bootlegging himself out there playing. On a contract year, who I believe refused to have any type of surgery on that. I don't know if you can have surgery on that and be right back out there. But something wrong with Amari Cooper's leg, basically, and foot. But, it is what it is, Cowboy Nation. Plantar fasciitis. Something wrong with it. Shout out to you, Charles, man. I didn't major in biology. And, of course, I didn't major well in English at all. Math major right over here. Econ major. But you guys know what I'm saying, though, right? And, yeah, you got to pronunciate it for me, man. You got to put those dashes and those hyphens out there on it, on the planters, whatever. Looney at fullback. Yes, that's what I believe, Steven. That would be better. Put them in one of those jumbo packets when we get into the money zone, red zone, green zone. Bob, what's good? Bob Money in the house, man. Shout out to Bob Money. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I ain't gonna poke fun at you, Bob Money. You guys are just above us, but I really would like to see you all in the playoff. And all that cash money you were talking about, Money, we will see. I can't stand those 49ers. You all know it, right? Later on today, it should be me and see if Lord Bronson would like to talk on the Eagles. We have Dallas Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles discussions, and we just going to talk in general of our team, his team, Dak Prescott, Carson Wentz. We're going to talk a little bit about their running backs. I hear that they saying that they don't have any wide receivers, but I kind of remind them all the time that they got a Zach Ertz, they got a Dallas Goedert. And shame on them, for not evaluating their draft properly, for running their rookie out there, Whiteside, whatever his name is. Shame on them for using those. It's all I heard all offseason, that they have the best offensive line in the NFL, you see. And Carson Wentz, the best quarterback who ever walked on this earth, and he had an MVP run, but never got the MVP because he got injured. We hear all of these things, Cowboy Nation. We hear it all the time from the Eagles camp of how good they are, and then when things start crumbling. Remember that at the start of the season, ESPN, MySpace, Black Planet, all of these websites was coming out with the fact that they have the best roster, collectively from A to Z. and they love to play volleyball with the football. They keep bouncing off of their chests, and they keep bouncing off their hands. You see, don't use your hand, bounce it off the chest. They say they players drop more balls than anybody, right? I seen in an analysis, somebody from NFL analyst, I believe, was pulling out an analysis of how the wide receivers are running the wrong routes, for crying out loud. Like the quarterback can't tell the wide receiver, hey, let's stay after practice. Let's work on these routes, you see. Let's work on the stick route. Let's continue to work on this 9 route. Let's work on the comeback. Let's work on the go. You see, it's all about that rapport, regardless of the situation. But if he's supposed to be the quarterback, second overall draft pick in 2016, he's supposed to be able to elevate his contemporaries, not looking for excuses. But shoot, give me Zach Ertz. I got a few Cowboy players I kick off the bridge for Zach Ertz right about now, right? Yes, indeed. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. That's all the time that I have for this beautiful evening. Like I said, I'm going to give me some more research on this thing over here. Got to get back to my other deal here. But I really appreciate you all. Thank you all for tuning in to the nation. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's jam on out, Cowboy Nation. Let's jam on out of here. Yes. Let's continue to fight. When you're up against the struggles, meet it squarely face to face. Lift your chin, set your shoulders, plant your feet, and take a brace. When it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. You may fall, you may conquer. See this thing through, baby. Yeah. Let's go. Yes. Ain't no party like a cowboy party, 'cause the cowboy party don't stop. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Shout out to the 10-inch TV screen, baby. Yeah. Hit that like button, share this content, baby. Let's go. Right, let's go. Game FaceTime. Shout out to you.